Hello, my name is Jake Akerberg. I am the incident commander for the 7 lightning-caused fires that started August 28th within Olympic National Park. A quick map at orientation. Over here we have Mount Olympus, and then up here we have Hurricane Ridge, a very popular visitors location. So these fires started August 28th. Most notable of the fires is the Delabar fire. It was about a half acre last Friday. We had a weather event come through with very low relative humidity, a low amount of moisture in the air, high temperatures, and a very unstable atmosphere. The Delabar fire Friday morning was a half acre. Within the next 48 hours, it burned to approximately 3,500 acres, which was something new that we have not seen within Olympic National Park as we have known within fire history. Fire is a natural part of the landscape here. This is all wilderness in here. It's burning well within Olympic National Park. And so how do we protect those wilderness values out there? It comes down to how we decide to manage these fires. The hurricane fire that could have possibly impacted a high visitor use area right there where a lot of people come, we actually chose to go full suppression on that. It's currently 95% contained. With the fires burning further into the middle of the wilderness, taking into account very rough, rugged terrain, dangerous to fight fire in and very difficult to suppress the fire in. We looked at some other management strategies. So at this time, we're doing a confine, contain strategies. What do I mean by confine, contain? Within the park, if you have had the chance to visit it, there's some beautiful, rugged mountain ranges with barren of any vegetation, just spectacular. The good thing about that is it's a barrier to fire spread. So that's what we're looking at when we look at that contain strategy. One of the effects that these fires do have on the general user is the trail system. When the Delabar fire took off and went, which is kind of unprecedented for the Olympic, it went from small to 3,500 acres. That changed the trail closures. So a lot of the effects that people have is by the trail closures. Down here on the south end, at the Elap Creek, you got the North Fork of the Quinault River and the Skyline Trail closed down here to the bottom. Up here at the north, you have Wolf Creek Trail, and then that's where it leads into the Elwha Trail system. And then over on the east side, you have Dos Meadows. It's closed there as it goes into the Hayden Pass area. So that affects a lot of people. People love to backpack here. So how do we decide to have trail closures or not? What we do is we look at what is the forecasted fire growth. The next couple of days is going to be a little hotter and drier. Maybe see a little bit more smoke out there. But luckily, we're looking at Monday and Tuesday possibly having some rain come in, which could really change things. And as we see more precipitation coming in, we will manage the trail closures to try and make sure and optimize visitor use, but making sure that firefighter and public safety is still number one. As I said, the confine contain strategy, we do have resources of value out there, historic cabins, wooden bridges, park infrastructure, so we're doing point source protection on them. We have highly trained firefighters, wildland fire modules, currently out in the Hayes cabin area, doing some structure protection, removing excess vegetation around the cabins, setting up sprinklers to make sure those resources are not impacted if the Delabar fire continues to move north. Also in a juncture with that, we have fire effects monitors because we know fire is a natural part of the ecosystem out here. They come out and set up plots to see how the fire burned through and what's it like when it starts regrowing. What are the benefits? Just kind of that scientific look at what is the processes going on there because fire is a natural part of the ecosystem. Most of our problematic fires on the West Coast, actually throughout the United States, originate from human-caused fires. And that is really, they tend to spread on the hottest, driest days, because when a thunderstorm comes through and starts a fire, oftentimes it comes with rain. These human-caused fires are, very difficult. They can be high impactful. And so what can you do to prevent the human-caused fires that can damage our ecosystem and create an additional burden for our firefighting force? Make sure and put out your campfires fully. Douse with water and stir it. Tow chains is also another way that fires start oftentimes along roadways. So make sure your tow chains are secured. While you're out there recreating our beautiful forest land, just be thinking about what could I do that might start a fire and analyze that situation and prevent those unwanted fires on the landscape.